Okay guys, so today we're going to do a bit of an inbox review of our French EBR 11-wheel reconnaissance vehicle. This is a Hobbyboss kit. I've had this one for a little while, and as you can see by the box, it's been moved around a few times and stuff like that. Now the reason I got this kit, because it's something different. You know what I'm like, I like doing something a little bit different. So I just love the look of this thing because it's just completely different than anything else. But really nice box art again. Hobbyboss do have some really nice box art. Mind you, I've seen some pretty poor box art too, but mostly they have some really nice box art. It's a nice solid box that Hobbyboss has done here. On the side here, even though it's a bit knocked about, there you can see they've got the pictures on the side there of it built up. On this side here, it shows you like there's a little bit of etch inside this kit as well. There's another diagram there of it built up. And we'll open it up and we'll have a look through this. I have looked through this, but it was so long ago, guys, I can't even remember what was in it now. So obviously this is doing a little bit of advertising here for the Land Rover. That's another kit I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one day. A little bit more advertising on the back there of some of the stuff they've got. Looks like we go into our instructions here on the top. So a little bit of information here on putting it together, like as in what to do and not to do sort of thing. There should be some information on the vehicle itself too, I would have thought, but anyway, it looks like there's not. But anyway, we'll go straight into it. We've got our sprue call outs here, we've got a few rubber pieces, we've got some photo etch stuff down the bottom here as well. Then we're starting to put our suspension together up here in a few different pieces, and then the metal wheels in the middle there. And then on the top part of the hull here, it's just showing you where to drill some holes before you start working on that. It's one of the things, guys, you always look at in kits. Always read your instructions carefully, because it can be easy to miss these little tiny pointers, like drilling holes and where to drill them. And look forward in your instructions to see what those holes are for. Maybe they're holes you don't need to drill, or you don't want to drill, like might be for some stowage that you don't want to put on the vehicle or whatever. And then we go to putting the top part of our hole onto the tub. It's a strange looking tub. Let's say there's such a weird looking vehicle, this thing. And there's a big V cut down the top as well. It's going to be a really awesome looking machine this when it's together. I'm really looking forward to doing this one. You know, some little exhaust plates and things, I think they are going on there, into the side of it. Suspension going on up here, the top corner. And then some plates going on to the outside as well. Then all our wheels. Now obviously the wheels can be done, because you've got rubber tyres in here. Well, I think they're rubber tyres. You can do these separate, you can do them later on, put your rims together, put them together later on if you want to. It's the same with a lot of the next steps here, with all the little outside pieces, grab handles and stuff like that going on. And then over here we've got our lights. Again, these are clear parts that you can put in later on, guys. Like once you finish painting the thing, you can do the silver inside, then put the clear piece over it to give it like a proper headlight look sort of thing, rather than painting over them. We've got our hatches going on as well. Looks like there's a few different types of hatches you can put on that thing. A few tools, a few more mirrors, just all the exterior stuff, guys. Pick and shovel stuff going on there. Some photo etch parts going on over here. Again, this is all just little exterior detail, which it looks like there's so much of it, guys, that when you put this thing together, all this exterior detail is going to be, it's going to make it hard to handle as far as the way I can see this. You have to be very careful every time you grab it. There's a chance you're going to knock something off the thing. So these are probably a lot of things I would put on like absolutely the last minute sort of thing. Here we go. Looks like we've got a top part of our turret going together here, top and bottom going together. There's no interior in this at all, guys, so hatches will probably be shut unless you can get something aftermarket you want to put inside it. Maybe, I'm not sure, haven't checked into that. But it's all fairly straightforward, guys. Got our launchers on the side there as well, a few of those to put on as well. Some more photo etch. You can see the photo etch is really fine. There's little tiny pieces that go down in here. Okay, and on the back just shows you putting the turret onto the main part of the vehicle. Yeah, very cool looking rig, guys. And here obviously we've got our markings. Okay, so it looks like you've only got one set of markings really, guys. You've only got one option here. You might be able to get aftermarket stuff, I'm not sure. It's colour call-outs down here. You've got Mr. Hobby, Volatile, Model Master, Tamir and Humble there. Okay, we'll start going through our kit here and having a look. Okay, now looking at this is obviously our turret, and some really nice detail moulded into that, even though you're not going to see a lot of the bottom part of this tub. It's going to be buried. The checker plate, look here, it's got some really nice imprinted detail into that, guys. That's going to look really nice on there. And we've got a piece wrapped up in there. Oh, that's just the fine part, the feathering goes around the bottom of the turret. Okay, and this is just like some hatches and things that go on here. Again, I'm just looking, there's not much flash. I can't see, there's flash on these little parts here, little injector pin things that come off the side, but as far as the parts, it didn't look to me too much flash on there. But there is a lot of these little little pieces you have to cut off here, the injector pin parts that come off. Looks like just about every part's got one of those, but thankfully these fine parts like this haven't. But everything else looks like they have got them. There is a bit of a seam line I can see running down there. It'll have to be cleaned up, but it's not too bad, guys. It's quite nice looking. Oh yeah, this is the canvas part around the turret, between the turret and the hull, and it's got that really nice sort of canvasy look to it. It's all sort of, you know, feathered up and everything. Looks quite nice. But these things here, depends on how you paint them to make sure you get them right. And just forgive the bottom of the box, guys. I had an infestation here of water, and the ants got into everything, so there's all stuff stuck in the bottom of the box here. Just clean that off. And this is our suspension, obviously. Again, you've got these tabs here, they're going to have to be cut off in the suspension, which will make it a little bit of a pain to clean up the suspension itself, the springs and that. Again, tabs on the headlights, it'll have to be cleaned up very carefully. So it looks like there might be a few challenges in this, and these are just our wheels and housings, and they got some really nice details stamped into them as well. And here's our rubber tyres, guys, and they look quite nice. There is a seam running down the edge there that'll have to be taken off, but with most rubber tyres, guys, you want to clean them up anyway to make them look real, like they've actually been used rather than brand new rubber tyres sticking on there. And these are the ones for the middle, obviously, our tractor tyre looking things. There's there actually is a little tiny seam running inside there that I can see that'll have to be cleaned out of there, but you have to be careful cleaning that out, because there is some actually little knobs inside there, some little nicks that'll have to stay on, and clean that off without taking those off. So that might be a bit of a challenge, guys. And this is our tub, bottom part of our tub. Some really nice detail going on around here where our wheels fit into the middle, but the rest of it's fairly sort of straightforward and plain. Then we've got our top plate, and this has got some really nice detail, guys. There's actually, hopefully you can pick it up on the camera, you can see the detail on here. Really nice. The guards have got some really nice detail as well. And then the bottom part of it will have to be sort of sanded off. I can see there's some tabs on there that'll have to be taken off it. And then the last part will be our photo etch. So the photo etch is some really fine stuff. It looks like wing nuts actually, very tiny, and there's heaps of them, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge, guys, if you haven't done photo etch. This one here has got some really fine stuff, and even these pieces, even though I'm not sure what they are up here, they're very fine. So it's going to be something probably not for a beginner to use those. And it's not like the Dragon kits where you have an option to use these or just, you know, have them moulded on stuff. These look like they have to be used, otherwise you won't have that part on there. So yeah, it's probably not a beginner's kit at all, guys. But it does look very nice, and like I say, very interesting vehicle, something completely different to most stuff on the market. It's really great to see manufacturers do different vehicles like this, because I just don't think there's enough of it. There's just too many Tigers and Panthers and Shermans and, you know, your main run-of-the-mill stuff. Even though I love that stuff, and there's some really nice new stuff coming out on that with interiors and so on, I think the hobby's screaming out to do some different stuff as well, and especially in aircraft. Aircraft's got such a wide variety that we just don't see. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave your comments below, and thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.